What's up, you guys? In this one, I'm going to be talking about women playing hard to get, but specifically just women's manipulation tactics and how to counteract it. All right, so most women play hard to get as a manipulation tactic because deep down, they know that they're hoes. They know that they're sluts. They just don't want you to know that. They know that men want a woman that's reserved, that's loyal, has a low body count, and they know that no man wants a girl that's been around, like around the block. They know that. They know that deep down. No matter how much you see Cardi B talking about this, no matter how much you see the feminist movement talking about liberation, all this, they know what men want. They know that men want a woman that's loyal, submissive, and doesn't have a high body count. They know that the worst thing that can happen for their chances at a relationship with a high value man, or even just a man in general, is if word gets around that they're easy. So even though every woman likes sex and every woman wants to have fun, the social stigma that's around women's sexuality, it makes them have to hide that part of themselves, right? So women, even though they dress like hoes, they're still gonna tell you, oh, I do this for myself. But you have to understand that it's all with the goal of getting a high value man to lock them down. See, this is directly where the concept of women playing hard to get comes from. It's all from women trying to control your perception of them. Women, they wear makeup all the time, right? And you would think like, they wear makeup all the time. And it must mean because they're trying to look good for men all the time. And they're really insecure about how they look. And so they're always trying to look better. But no, what are they going to tell you? No, we just like to do it for us. They're trying to control their perception. And so you have to understand that at the base level, when women play hard to get with you, it's because of this phenomenon, right? A woman can be really into you, right? And she may really, really want to have sex with you, but she'd rather not be seen as a slut than to actually act on those feelings. Women play hard to get in so many ways, like she'll say things that indicate her trying to take things slow, or that she wants a relationship with you, even if that's not actually what she wants. Even if a girl just wants dick, even if a girl just literally wants to sleep with you that night, she will make it seem to you like she wants a relationship, or that you're the wrong one for wanting to have sex with her, even though that's exactly what she wants, right? A woman literally did this with me last week, right? I met her that night. I'm at her place and she's like, oh, you just came here to have sex with me. She's like, oh, like I really want to turn this into like something bigger or something more meaningful or something like that. And I'm like, in my head, I'm not saying this obviously, but I'm like, girl, you're the one who called me to come over here. Like, did you think we were about to be in a relationship, me coming here at 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning? Think, have some logic. But the thing is, women, they say that just as a fail-safe. They want you to be a dummy and think, oh, even though I showed up here at 4:30 a.m. in the morning, then maybe she does want a relationship. Maybe I am wrong for coming here and trying to have sex with her. Maybe I need to take her on a date. Maybe I need to go spend something on her. It's all rooted in making you do more for her. A lot of times they don't really want these things that they say. It's just she feels like she has to say those things so that your perception of her remains the way that she wants it to. Women who play hard to get, I don't think there's anything wrong with that strategy, because that's women's version of game, right? Like, you guys listen to these videos, you guys listen to me on the podcast, you guys read what I write, you guys look at my videos on other platforms, right? You guys probably watch other stuff. This is us learning the game because it was never taught to us, right? But we have multiple strategies. Like, our game is actually way more detailed than women's game. Women only have one strategy of game. They literally only have one thing. And that thing is just withholding intimacy. It's playing hard to get. It's withholding their energy. Women know that if they withhold it, it's going to mean that they're more loyal. It's going to mean that, she's actually an innocent girl, which is what she wants you to think. And they do that because they know that that's more likely to get them the security that they desire from a man. And so it works so often for them. So why should they stop doing it? Like, I respect game and it works for them. So why should they stop doing it? The average single woman aged like 25 to 30 years old, she probably has around 15 bodies. And that's just the average. But the thing is that when you meet her, you're meeting her at this moment in time. Let's say that she's 27 years old. Let's say that she's 24 years old. You're meeting her when she's 24. You're not meeting her off of everything that's happened in her past. So she literally, because they're masters of perception, she chooses who she wants to be in that moment. Now she's going to show to you like she's different, and she's going to have different standards that come with that. So what do, right, when you deal with a woman like this? Because you're meeting her in a time where she's controlling your perception really well. What do? The same thing that every man does. You feel like you need to do more to win her over. You start being more persistent. You start planning very unique, sometimes expensive dates. You let go of the principles that you learn in these videos or that you read, that you know about the game. And you give up a lot of your mental headspace and bandwidth that you could be putting into your purpose to make this woman happy. Because in your head, you're like, I found the one. She's innocent, she's reserved, she doesn't go outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, she lets me lead. You think that she's the one, but realistically, this is just who she is right now. She's just faking like this, so then you give her what she wants. Now you're in the middle of her manipulation web. You're paying inflated prices on experiences, dates, gifts, all that for a woman whose greatest asset has been used up by men who didn't do even 25% of what you did. And so her greatest asset, which is her having a low body count, has already been used up, but you're paying a higher price at this moment in time because you're looking at who she is or who she's portraying herself to be. Ignorance is bliss and all that, but it's time for men to kind of wake up and like take your power back. Like, you don't want to be the dummy that falls for the woman's game, which is literally just her withholding sex so then you treat her better. And you end up giving her everything she wants and you end up getting ripped for half your shit 10 years later when she gets divorced from you. So her playing hard to get is kind of like the first power play in her plan, right? And the whole goal of it is for her to control your perception of her so that you give her the security that she desires, all right? If you have a beta mindset, you're gonna fall for it without making her qualified to you or making her prove over years and years that she is who she says she is, right? In order to counteract this, you need to adopt this mindset and really, really understand this and study this. Every woman is a complete slut until proven otherwise. I don't care how a woman looks. I don't care how she talks. I don't care what she wears. I don't care where I met her. I don't care what she tells me her body count is. I don't care what she does for me. I don't care what her religion is. I don't care where her family comes from. It doesn't matter to me. I will not trust her. She needs to prove to me that she really is who she says she is. And that can come over years and years of her proving it to me. And that's just in order for me to give her access to my resources and access to a title, right? Does that sound harsh to you? Good. Does it make you kind of disagree with me and want to say like, nah, not all women are like that? Even better, because that's the whole point of this video. You have to have different line of thinking than what you've always done. Because if you don't want to end up like 50% of guys out there who get divorced, or 80% of guys out there in unhappy relationships and marriages, then you have to switch your thinking from a beta mindset, which is what most people have, to an alpha mindset, which is what I'm telling you right now. You have to make her qualified to you. Like, make it make sense. Why do women have so much power in the dating market and the relationships and all the way up to marriage right now? Is because women are rooted in their game. They don't let that game up. Most women play hard to get. Most women use this manipulation tactic. Whereas men think it's too above them. They think it's immoral to run the same game. They think it's immoral to make a woman qualified to them. No, it's not. I'd rather live with uncomfortable truths than live with comfortable lies. And thinking that a woman not texting you back, or thinking that her, texting you slow, or thinking that her saying like she wants a relationship with you, that's why she doesn't want to have sex, or her saying, oh, I don't kiss on the first date. You thinking that makes her, innocent, or it makes her worthy of more attention, more persistence, all of that. That's a comfortable lie that you're telling yourself because you don't want to think that she's a slut and that she might just be doing that for you, just so then you think that. There's a reason why women choose assholes over nice guys, even if they're both the same height, the same build, same intelligence, success, all of that, right? It's because they don't respect the beta males. They don't respect a nice guy. Right? The nice guy gets manipulated. Like, if you're a man that's liable to get easily manipulated by a woman playing hard to get with you, or a woman withholding sex from you, or a woman saying her body count is 2, how is she going to feel safe with you if she knows that she can easily manipulate you? In her mind, she's like, then what stops another man from manipulating you and crushing you in life, and crushing you in the battlefield, or crushing you in a fight? Right? You are weak to her until you prove to her that you don't give out access to your resources and your relationship status that easily. This is why women are so into bad boys and they seek them out so much. A woman will literally sleep with a man she considers a bad boy within 3 days or less. And that same woman, same girl, will make a man that she thinks is relationship material wait 3 or 4 weeks. I was with this woman, I was talking to her. This girl's married now, right? She has a kid with another man, right? And she was telling me that her and her ex-husband or whatever, they got divorced because the ex-husband cheated. And she said that the man that she's with right now, she literally told me straight to my face. She said that he's not my type. She told me straight up to my face. She said, I usually go for athletic, buff assholes. But she said that her therapist was the one who told her to get with this guy because he's the safer option. All right, I don't know about you, but I don't want to be seen as the fucking safer option. I don't want my woman to be saying, oh, he's not my type, but you know, I go with it, right? Because realistically, if her ex-husband who cheated on her said, oh, he's trying to run it back, she'd fucking get rid of this dude that she's with in a second because she desires to be with a man who's an alpha. That's why she fucking married him in the first place. That was her first choice. So when they say nice guys finish last, there's a reason why they say it, because this really happens in real life. If somebody like me can get with a girl in 30 minutes or the first day, and then you have to wait 8 fucking dates, you're literally finishing last. So you have to adopt the alpha mindset and see women for who they are. If she says that she's celibate, that you need to take her on a date first, that she only has sex inside of a relationship, that her DMs are closed, that she's an inside type of girl, or that she's not that type of girl like who sleeps on the first night, do what I do and you make a mental note of it, right? I'm never gonna get like aggressive with them, or I'm never gonna like argue with them or anything about it. Like, I just make a mental note of it in my head. I'm like, okay, cool. I was like, okay, cool. And then I just keep doing the literal actions that I talk about in a lot of other videos that get her to have sex with me. Like last week when this girl told me I'm literally in her bed, and she's like, no, first I met her and I told her like to come back to the crib or whatever. And she's like, oh, I'm not that type of girl. You know, fast forward 2 hours later, you know, I'm at her crib. We're in bed and she's literally like, oh, you just came over here to have sex. Like, I'm actually looking for something more serious and stuff like that. And in my head, I make a mental note of it. And, you know, I talk to her. I'm just like, you know what? You're the one who keeps bringing it up. Like, to be honest, like, is it because you want to fuck or something? Like, what's going on? Right? I make it seem like I literally make it seem like she's the one tripping. And then I just keep doing the actions that turn her on because I just make her comfortable enough and turned on enough to get with me. Right? It's not rocket science. Like, I'm not going to hear her say that and then go like, oh no, like, you know, yeah, you're right. Like, we shouldn't do this. Let's go on a date first or some bullshit like that. Nah, bruh. Like, I know that she wants to fuck. So like, let's cut all the bullshit and get to it. Okay? So I'm going to take 1 step back and then 2 steps forward and keep doing that until she gets horny enough to want to fuck. It's really that simple. That's what I've done for years. All right, so don't be the guy that in that situation tries to scale back your own masculinity because of what she's saying. All right, your goal as a man, if you're being honest, is to have sex with her as quickly as possible. Right? That's what we all want to do. When you try to pace yourself and do things on her schedule, you're by definition being in your feminine because you're not doing what's natural to you. And you're not even doing that because you want to make yourself feel better. It's subconsciously because you kind of want to make her feel better. You don't want to be in your masculine because you want to make her think that you're not that type of guy, which is literally being in your feminine. Always see every woman as a woman that's a complete freak for someone and a woman that is always going to play hard to get for another guy. If she's not a complete freak for you, understand that that doesn't mean that she's innocent. That just means that she's saving it for somebody else who knows how to bring that part of her out of her. This mindset has to be locked into your brain in order for you to actually stay in your masculine and get what you want out of the women that you date. All right. Thank you guys for listening. If you're listening to this on the podcast, this is Dating for Kings. Thank you guys for watching this. If you're watching this on YouTube, I want you guys to like the video. Comment if you guys have anything that you agree with or disagree with, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right. Thank you, and I will see you guys on the next one.